Good day, Lamfei. Ah, Miss McDowell. Detective Bannings, it's been some time since your last visit. I see the SSS has resumed operations. Yes, and not a moment too soon. You can expect we'll be coming by the IBC more often again. I'll be looking forward to it. What brings you here today? We were requested by Chief Roberts of the Epstein Foundation. Ah, I see. I can certainly help you there. But before that, there's something I should inform you of. I believe the exchange service card you were given earlier this year has expired. As such, I prepared you a new one. Here you are. Simply present that card at this counter the way you did before. We'll exchange your separate for mirror at a higher rate than you'll typically find elsewhere. Okay, this is the same as 0. Are you sure this is alright? Letting us use that service, I mean? Naturally, you're good friends to the Croy family, after all. That you should have access to this small inconvenience is but a matter of course. Well, who are we to turn our noses up at their generosity words? We'll be sure to make use of it. Of course, all you need to do is ask. I'll call Chief Roberts for you now. Hello there, SSS. This was Yona's theme. Good to see you again, Chief Roberts. You're here about my request, right? This is a huge help. I really wanted to make sure I got you in particular for this job. Well, it sounded fun enough to pique our interest. The request said something about user acceptance testing for a new product. I believe it was called Palm Party. The name sounds familiar somehow. Hey, yeah. I feel like Tio's mentioned it once or twice. Well, you're gonna get a kick out of it, believe you me. So, can you get started right away? Yeah, Pom Pom Party was mentioned in 0. I remember vaguely. I guess we'll actually get to play it in this game. Yeah, we're good to go. Would you mind giving us more details on what we'll be doing? I'd love to. The long and short of it is that we plan to release a fun little Orbital game called Pom Pom Party. It's a program that Orbital terminal owners can play with one another via the Orbital network. An Orbital game? How is it different from, say, a game like billiards or poker? Well, it's similar in that you compete for a victory and that there are rules to be followed. However, there's one major difference. This is a game played not on a physical surface, but a terminal screen. Wow, technology's really making strides, so it's essentially a phone, an app, a phone game or whatever. So when you asked us to assist with testing, what you meant was playing a game? Exactly. I want you to play test Pom Party. Errors often occur during development cycles, so quality assurance is critical. If this is such an important step, why not have someone from the Foundation take care of it? Good question. Normally we'd be asking Tio for help with this, but that presents a certain problem. Actually, 2 problems. To be more specific, problems major enough to lead me to seek help outside the Foundation. And what would those be? Well, first off, Tio's had a habit of activating her ion system from time to time while testing the game. Consequently, whatever data we receive from her would always end up skewed. Ion system? I believe it has something to do with the gear that Tio wears for work. I've heard her give a brief explanation before. If I remember right, it's what she uses while operating orbital terminals and stabs, at least I think it anyway. I suppose this is a good opportunity to explain things from the top. The Ion system is the name of the program built into Tio's chest protector. It supports low latency arts activation from orbital stabs, and even enhances her high-speed data processing abilities. You can think of those two features as the Aeon system's primary functions. But it bears noting that mastering such a complicated system takes considerable aptitude. Right, I can imagine. I have to admit, it's hard to parse these kinds of subjects without her here to elaborate. So what you're saying is that system of hers runs counter to testing procedures? Oh, no way. When Tio uses the Aeon system, she can perform chains that no average player could. She tends to wipe the floor with whoever she's playing with. Yona is the usual victim. He's never won a single time. Ah, but I'm not saying Tio was cheating or anything. Please don't tell her I said that. Sure. So, that's one reason. What's the other? Good question. The other has to do with the fact that this game is what we call competitive multiplayer. Like I said before, it's designed for users to play with each other remotely across the orbital net. With that in mind, I feel it would be best to conduct the practical test with a smaller scope, such as within the city. I think I understand what you're getting at. Though I have to say, playing the same game with someone several districts away sounds incredible. Doesn't it? Believe it or not, projects like this have been in the works since the early days of the Orbital Network project. Once the net becomes more widespread, even more people will be able to enjoy the game. For example, you can play with your friends on a rainy day like this without ever leaving your home. Games on the Orbital Network for the time to be alive. I may have rambled a bit there, but I think that's the gist of it. Alright, time for a present from me to you. Pom Pom Party Beta. Is this a memory port? It sure is. That memory port has Pom Party's application data stored on it. Put in your terminal at the SS's building, and once installation is complete, you can play it right away. Installation? That's when you configure program data to operate on a computer, correct? I've seen Tio perform installations before, so I think I can manage. Perfect. We'll let you handle it, Ellie. You're already ahead of the curve. Very encouraging. I should give you these two, my Enigma number and Pom Party account ID. Account ID? Am I the only one who's starting to get a little overwhelmed? Basically, it's like a name you use on the Orbital Network, your online ID. It's sort of required to play the game, you don't have to think about it too much beyond that. So no need to worry for now, just input it to the program once you've installed the Pom Party beta. After that, call me on your Enigma, I'll tell you what to do next. That's all, think you can handle it? I think so, we'll manage. We got all of that, guys. Let's head back to the SS's building and get started. Lead the way. Alright. So, for another quest. Come to Morge's Bakery on West Street. Almost swung by for an errand and lost something important to her. Could you help us find it? Let's just go to SSS. I want to see how this Pom Pom Party thing works. You can also fast travel to the garage now. According to Chief Roberts, all we have to do is install the memory ports into the terminal. Would you do the honors, Ellie? I'd be happy to. That should do it. I also inputted the account information Chief Roberts provided us with. Well, aren't you a regular little tech whiz? Are you that surprised? There's nothing Ellie can't get a handle on. Not a lot of people our age know half as much about laws or politics as her either. To be fair, I only knew what to do because I've seen Tia work on the terminal before. I also read through the instruction manual. Everything seemed easy enough to parse. Still, we really appreciate it. I mean, I only just learned how to use a keyboard at all. You're very welcome. Now then, shall we contact Chief Roberts? Yeah, let's do that. Hello there, Lloyd. I take it the installation went without a hitch. Yeah, everything turned out okay. What do we do next? Well, what else? Let's give it a shot and play around together. Go ahead and boot up Pom Pom Party from your terminal. My account name should display on your screen. Selecting it will challenge me to a match. Oh, and while we're at it, why don't we have you throw down the gauntlet, Mr. SSS Leader? Sure, why not? Controls are yours, Lloyd. You're in the developer's den now. Fancy you beat me at my own game. You might think yourself a man worthy of dear sweet Tia, but I'll be the judge of that. Lloyd Bannings? No, that's weird. His ulterior motive here is about as transparent as glass. Overprotective dad versus overprotective dad. It's the match of the century. Don't tell me this is why you requested the SSS in the first place. No, not at all. This is all in good fun. I just thought I'd add a bit of dramatic flair is all. Okay, let the game begin. Tell me about Pom Pom Party. Puzzle game where you control palms falling from above and fit them together as they land below. Tetris? There are 5 types of palms in total. 4 standard palms, each of them in a different color. Special palm. Okay, so there's colored palms and a special palm. Use X and O to flip the palms. This is basically Tetris. Connect 3 matching palms together, excluding shining palms to pop them. You'll receive 1 CP for each palm popped, and earn bonus CP based on your timing. Shining palms disappear when palms next to them are cleared, regardless of color. Okay, so the shining palms are like free colors. When your CP rises above 100, press triangle and L1 or R1 to unleash an S-Craft. Okay. Well, let's do it, I guess. This is interesting. I mean, it's basically Tetris. Oh, it's O to flip it. There we go. I'll do this. Get a Shining Palm there. The thing is not charged up yet. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, dang it. Alright, get this blue, get this blue. Nice. I win, let's go. That was easy. Alright. Yes, I pulled out the win. That was actually pretty fun. You look like you were really getting into it. This is just my impression from watching over your shoulder, but... Is it just me, or is Chief Roberts kind of bad at this? Yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris is also Tetris. Like, I mean, yeah, I've heard of... I've never played Puyo Puyo Tetris, but I mean, it's Tetris, so... Considering he's on the same level as a total beginner despite developing the game, I'd say he's pretty pathetic. Well, he was probably going easy on me, right? After all, wouldn't be much of a test if two players weren't similarly skilled. SSS, this is... Wow, what a match. That's gonna be one for the history books. My heart's still racing. Well, there goes that theory. He was definitely giving it his all. So, how were the test results? Absolutely perfect. The connection within the city had no latency and the signal was stable. I would say it was a rousing success. Really now? Glad to hear it. Remember, you only had the beta version, but I'll update it to the full release eventually. Once that happens, you'll be able to face off against far more opponents than just myself. I'd really appreciate it if you played with as many people as you could after that. I don't think I'll take this lying down. I'll get my revenge on you one day. I hope you'll go easy on me. Anyways, thanks again for your help today. I'm sure we will have other jobs to get to, so I'll let you go now. You're welcome. Please contact us if you ever need help again. Will do. Bye for now, everyone. I'd say that went well. Good job, Lloyd. It was certainly a request befitting Chief Roberts. You're telling me. Sounds like we can play that game whenever we want now. Think you have what it takes to become a Crossbow's next Palm Master, Lloyd? I have a strong hunch that Tio's gonna hang on to that title. Still, it might be fun to get some practice while I'm taking a break from work. Yeah, it sounds fun. We might play more of that as we do more of the playthrough, probably. Alright, take me to Morge's Bakery. Hey Oscar, long time no see. We saw that you needed some help from the SSS. There you are, Lloyd. I was wondering when you'd show up. It really has been a while since you and that baby face of yours last waltzed in here. Where have you been? All vacationing to Michelin or something? Come on, do you really think I have time or mirror for that? I told you the SSS was going to be on hold while I trained with the 1st Division, didn't I? Huh? Did you? Must have slipped my mind. Anyhow, let's get down to business. Wouldn't want to burn all your time catching up. Yes, would you mind giving us a detail of your request? Well, technically, it's not so much my request as it is little Momo's over there. You know, Talus's daughter. It's been raining all day, so she brought her umbrella along to run some errands. And, well... where my pink umbrella go was really, really special to me, too. And there you have it. Yeah, that explains things. Have you already searched the bakery and its immediate surroundings? Of course we did. Oscar and I looked everywhere. That's how we came across this. And they pulled out a pink umbrella. Huh? But wait a second. Is that not Momo's umbrella? That's what I assumed at first, but look here. And it showed the umbrella handled to the group. It reads, Miling. Now I get it. Someone grabbed the wrong umbrella and took it with them by mistake. Yeah, I had the exact same thought. Fewer people come shopping on rainy days, so it's easy to remember who's been in the bakery today. But this Miling doesn't ring a bell. That's what we called the SSS. I was hoping you guys could find Miling and trade her umbrella for Momo's. Think you can help her out? Absolutely, we're on the case. We'll track that umbrella down before you know it. Awesome, I knew I can count on you, Lloyd. First we need a clue about who this Miling may be. Do you have any ideas, Lloyd? Is it possible that you guys have met her once before, maybe? If we at least knew what part of the city she was from, that would help narrow things down. Well, I definitely recognize the name, but the question is from where? I think Miling lives... Am I supposed to know? Chat, what's the right answer here? Heck if I know. I don't even know who Myling is. Residential or east? Well, this is a job for Google. All this does is increase DP, but hear me out. I'm doing the quest. I'd rather get the DP. Alright, East Street it is, according to Google. On East Street, she's a little girl we always see standing outside, right? If I remember correctly, she's also the granddaughter of Chairman Moores from Business Owners Association. You're right, we've spoken to her several times, come to think of it. She has an older brother named Roy as well. I don't suppose they came shopping here together. Actually, yes, I do remember a pair of siblings swinging by a bit ago. So they were Chairman Moore's grandkids, huh? Guess I should have recognized them. Well, now that we solved that mystery, you guys should take Myling's umbrella with you. Here you are. Just exchange that one for Momo's when you find her. Best of luck out there, Lloyd. You'll find it for me, right, mister? Of course, Momo. We'll be back with your umbrella in no time. Why don't we pay Chairman Moore's a visit? He should know where Myling is. Right, his house is at the end of East Street. Let's head on over. Also, I am going to go... I'll go to the stupid... Not stupid. I'll go to the, what am I trying to say? I'll go to the factory when I'm done with this quest. We're not really doing fights now anyway, so I'm in no rush. I will go there. I'll see what they have. Hello, Miss Parla. Hello. Wasn't expecting rainy visitors on a rainy day like this. Sorry about that. There's something we wanted to ask you. Do you recognize this? I most certainly do. That belongs to our little Myling, doesn't it? Are you here to return it? Though, come to think of it, I could have sworn she had her umbrella when she came home from the bakery. Well, about that. Oh dear, so what's this all about? I hope poor little Momo is alright. Did you happen to know where your granddaughter is right now, ma'am? She doesn't seem to be around. She and her brother Roy are out for a walk right now, which means she has Momo's umbrella with her. But unfortunately, I didn't think to ask where they were heading. I'm terribly sorry about that. Sounds like we just missed her then. They couldn't have gone very far in this rain. If they're not on the East Street, then Central Square, Downtown District, and Harbor District are likely candidates. Yeah, sounds about right. Keep an eye out for Roy's green umbrella or Myling's pink one, or Momo's, I suppose. Pink and green, good taste. That should be easy enough for us to pick out. Right, let's begin our search. Thanks for your help, ma'am. Not at all, dear. You're always welcome to visit.